Hello and welcome back to Tiger Cub News. As always, I'm your host Yanni, and we have our third to last show of the season for you today. If you haven't heard already, 8th grade promotion will be held in person. The ceremony will be held out on the field at 6 p.m. on Tuesday, June 1st. Due to COVID restrictions, sitting is limited and regulated, so you need an RSVP by tomorrow, Saturday, May 15th. Check your emails from this past Tuesday for more information. First up, we have a quick segment from one of our Cub reporters, Maeve, on the campus gardens.
Not long ago, Builders Club celebrated the 6-year anniversary of their garden project. On Earth Day in 2015, Builders Club, along with Miss Hoffman, Miss Rue, and some help from Kiwani's club, took what were barren patches of dirt and turned them into the vibrant garden and sitting areas you see now. Here's a look at where they started. Today, everything has grown in and the current club members are responsible for its maintenance and care. Thank you to Builders Club, Kiwanis, and their advisors for creating such beautiful places for us to enjoy.
Speaking of the outdoors, Rocket is back with another great hike. Let's see where he went this time.
Millard Canyon Falls is located 9 miles north of South Pass in the hills of Altadena. There is a small road called Cheney Trail off Loma Alta Avenue, which leads to the Millard Creek parking lot.
Welcome to the Millard Day Trail. Supposedly there's a falls up here. Come with me, let's hike it. This looks like a beautiful trail. Follow me up this way. When the road crosses the creek, make sure to make a sharp right towards Millard Falls. Oh, we get to cross our first creek.
Oh.
Our second stream to cross. Third time to cross. Don't forget to stop and climb the log. Fifth stream to cross. Seventh stream to cross. Eighth stream to cross. My first glimpse of the falls. Made it to the 50-foot fall.
Before we get into some of our regular segments, Miss Atoyan and the SPMS Tigerettes have a video for you about the auditions for the squad. Take it away, Tigerettes.
Come give a cheer. Middle school to us so dear. And while we're here, we'll work for you through these 3 years. And when we're gone, we'll always think of this fair song. So let's fight, fight, fight for the orange and the white. Forever, ever, ever, middle school. South Pass!
Hi, I'm Tallulah. I am an 8th grader cheerleader here at South Pasadena Middle School, and it's my second year in Tigerettes. So obviously this year is not a normal school year, but you know, we've still done some fun things being a Tigerette, but we didn't do our normal activities. So I'm going to kind of walk you through the things that we do during a normal school year and under normal circumstances as a Tigerette. So the first thing that we do is perform on the sidelines during football games. So we go through our cheers, and we also perform during halftime during football games and basketball games. And we teach the football players and the basketball players a dance that they get to perform for the whole school, which is really fun to see. We get to go to the LA County Fair and be in a parade there, as well as a few Christmas parades during the holiday season, and we wear Santa hats, and it's really fun. We also get to go to Disneyland and be in a workshop there, and we even get to dance at a Clippers game during halftime, which is really cool. To prepare for all of those appearances, we have practice every day during homeroom, and then on Wednesdays we have practice after school for the people who are in stunts. So have a great day, Tiger Cubs, and let's pass it on to the next Tigerette. Go Tigers!
Hi there, my name is Sasha. And I'm Martine. And we are both 8th graders on the Tigerette cheer team. So we're going to be showing you the cheer uniform today. The uniform consists of mostly white, the skirt being white with an orange and black stripe, and the top, the shell, has the SPMS logo on it, also consisting of orange and black. You also have fun white and orange pom-poms, and you have a fun orange bow in your hair if you put your hair up. You also wear white shoes with the uniform.
Hi, I'm Juliana and I'm in 7th grade. In Tigerettes, we're all about showing school spirit. This can be shown in what we do and what we wear. This year, I'm working on making customized masks for all the team members. We received the supplies to make a cool DIY, and we make them together.
Tigerettes! Tigerettes are the cheerleaders at SPMS. Go Tigers!
As Tigerettes, we are expected to
We show school pride and spirit.
To support school activities and events.
To serve as positive role models and represent SPMS.
To plan, organize, and cooperate with other team members.
In a traditional school year, Tigerettes takes place during homeroom.
Tryouts take place at the end of the year. Specific dates for this will be announced later.
All 6th and 7th graders are eligible to try out, as long as the grade requirement is met.
Advisor for Tigerettes is Mrs. Atoyan. If you have any questions, you can email her at aatoyan@sposd.net.
Next up in science, the guys talk about a rocket shrapnel that had everyone watching the skies the past week.
On April 29, 2021, China launched its Long March 5B rocket with a goal of launching the first module to their new space station. When the main segment of the rocket detached, it started losing height rapidly. It had been losing height all the way until the night of May 8th. Weighing in at about 23 tons, this was the largest piece of space junk in decades to have an undirected fall back to Earth. Luckily, most of the debris burned up upon re-entering the atmosphere, but some stayed intact. The bits of leftover rocket came crashing down somewhere into the Indian Ocean, west of Maldives. Luckily, the rocket missed civilization, and, although frightening people, nobody was injured.
Alright, we've got another segment for you from the review crew, and then we'll move on to sports news, the political corner, and offbeat news.
Genshin Impact is a free-to-play action RPG game that came out in 2019 by a Chinese company called MiHoYo. Mechanically, Genshin takes inspiration from The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, from its similar graphics to gliding mechanics and having stamina when you climb up a wall or a cliff. With that in mind, it still has a unique style apart from Breath of the Wild. To put it simply, it's anime. Basically, the world of Genshin Impact is filled with elemental gods and other fantastical creatures and entities. There are two twins, and you pick one to play as, while the other gets captured by a nameless god. I've given Genshin Impact a 7 out of 10. Since it's free, I definitely recommend you download it, although there will be many microtransactions for you to either avoid or buy into depending on your choice. Thanks for tuning in.
Hello everyone, welcome to this week's News Minute. In Colorado Springs, 6 adults were shot and killed before the shooter committed suicide with a gun at a family gathering birthday party. The gunman was the boyfriend of one of the victims and shot everyone because he wasn't invited to the party. 68 people were killed in a recent Afghanistan bombing that occurred near Syed al-Shada School for Girls. Many of the victims were young girls. The Taliban group was suspected to have involvement, but they denied so, condemning the bombing. A shooting recently occurred at Rigby Middle School in Idaho. 2 students and a janitor were injured, although no one was killed. The suspect was a 6th grader girl. One of the teachers disarmed the suspect and held her until law enforcement arrived. That's all for this week. Stay safe, everyone.
Welcome back to this week's edition of Political Corner. I'm Sophia Feldman, bringing you highlights of politics for the week. DC is actively pushing for statehood. At the end of April, the House passed a bill that would grant DC statehood if it went through. Gavin Newsom has announced a $100 billion California comeback plan for Californians. This will grant a one-time stimulus check, rent, and utility relief for residents. The plan has been opened to more families who make up to $75,000 a year. Arizona is still dealing with the November election for voter fraud allegations. Even after multiple recounts and lawsuits from the former president, the state is doing a recount by hand. Even the U.S. Justice Department has gotten involved by sending a letter warning them about potential non-compliance with federal law. Thank you for tuning into this week's Political Corner. We'll be back with more news next week.
Hi Tiger Cubs, welcome back to TCN Sports. The 2021 NFL Draft has concluded, and Clemson quarterback Trevor Lawrence, deemed as a generational talent, was selected number 1 overall to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Other notable selections included Zach Wilson at number 2 to the Jets, Trey Lance at number 3 to the 49ers, and Justin Fields to the Chicago Bears at 11th overall. 1 month has passed in the Major League Baseball season, and 3 surprising teams are leading the way: the Boston Red Sox, St. Louis Cardinals, and San Francisco Giants. The Dodgers are off to a slow start, having lost 15 of 20, and 4 no-hitters have already been thrown. As we look ahead to the playoffs in the NBA season, some major storylines are the Los Angeles Lakers slipping to 7th in the Western Conference, and the Phoenix Suns establishing themselves as one of the NBA's best teams atop the Western Conference. Thank you for watching, and see you next week.
That's going to be it for us today. 8th graders, don't forget to sign up for the promotion tickets. See you all next week.